So, Holly, 29 years old. I suppose the first thing people who probably wouldn't agree with this would say, how do you know you're 29? What about when you get to 34? I didn't have my first child till I was 42. What happens if you change your mind? You might not think you want children now, but you might next year have a different opinion.
Absolutely. I completely understand why people say that. Obviously, as you get older, you change your mind about a lot of things. I can't honestly claim that I'm the same person I was in my teens, but at the same time, this is something I have always felt, and it's something I feel so strongly about, that I'm as certain as I can possibly be.
Can I just use two words? Birth control. Why don't you just, I mean, why are we having this debate? Why don't you just use other forms of birth control?
I absolutely am using other forms of birth control. Believe me, over the years I have tried every kind of pill available. The only ones that work for me are the really high dose ones, which are quite risky in terms of blood clots and things like that. So I'm putting my health at risk. They also make me very ill.
Male contraception?
Well, that's a possibility. Obviously, it works, but it's quite risky, especially the way that most people use it. At normal use, it's pretty risky. It's something like 96%, isn't it? Effectiveness.
Much less effective than.
Yeah, which is that's a high. Those I don't like those odds.
and if contraception didn't work and you find yourself pregnant, would that leave you with an awful dilemma?
Absolutely, yeah. Nobody wants to be in that situation. I absolutely don't want that to happen, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to be responsible. I know that I don't want children.
Can I ask you why? Sorry, Amy. Can I ask you why you don't want children? Because a lot of young women that will say, "I thought I didn't want children when I was 23. I certainly didn't want children in my 20s."
You waited for the right man.
I did.
That's what happened.
I waited too long, far too long. But you know that you could change your mind. So what is it that makes you so sure that you won't change your mind? You might meet the man of your dreams, and then say, "Oh, I wish I could have children with you," but it's too late because you've been sterilised.
I would say that the man of my dreams absolutely wouldn't want children either.
Okay.
The person for me is not somebody that wants kids, and I get told all the time, "Why don't you just go out with somebody that's already had them?" No.
So
You're never going to be number one in somebody's life if they've got children.
You've met a really nice guy in the past, and it's all happened between you.
Yeah.
And you've had to say, he said, "Oh, I can't wait till we make babies," and you've had to say, "Not with me."
That has happened. Yeah, that has happened. Yeah, it's kind of sad.
But do you know why?
Why I don't want them?
Why?
It's kind of difficult to explain why you don't want something. You know, it's just a gut feeling that I have. You know, I can look at children. I absolutely love children. My nieces are incredible, but I just look at them and I don't feel anything. I just don't want that. I just feel a really strong sense of not for me. And I know in terms of the lifestyle as well that it involves that's something that wouldn't appeal to me at all.